Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Vols will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Razorbacks offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They're going to give him another chance on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown Razorbacks. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Offense set on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's McCoy. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Iamaleava. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Just a little off. Incomplete. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. And the Vols have taken it inside the 20. Trying to find his man on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you? And it's his 4th interception of the night. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Nice
play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Back to pass, it's Green. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Vols getting set on 1st and 10.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Powers through the defender. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can... Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over BYU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking for room, it's Sampson. Maybe picked up a couple, he's down at the 24. And the Volunteers want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Vols line up to punt it away. Bringing it back, it's Sategna. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Back to throw, it's Green. Finds the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haas. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Now from inside the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll line up for a second down play. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. Picks up what he can and then slides. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Smashes it between the uprights. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. He'll do it himself.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. A high kick trying to pen them deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. To the ground. He's got it again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The play action fake. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. On the ground, it's Jackson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll throw it on first down. It's caught downfield. Off he goes. He's at the 10. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Tennessee, play 1.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of time those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they